was born down there, I don't know, but there were three of us, three children there, because Mom had a house, and she went down there. And Dad used to move, you know, I guess he had different jobs, and then he got a job as foreman on a lumber on Bronson Avenue. That was all from Dow's Lake right up to Carling. That was all lumber.
That was J.R. Booth as well,
J.R.
I suppose.
Booth,
He owned everything in
He owned
town.
everything down there. He was a really capitalist.
He was the lumber magnate.
Yeah.
I remember reading some local histories about it.
So Dad got working in there. Well, then we kind of settled in the Ottawa area. But I'm sorry I can't help you with the dates.
Oh, don't worry about the dates.
But
I'm more interested in the lore.
So they went. They lived for a long time on McLeod Street, right near Bronson.
Okay.
In a double house. Then they moved from there. They went to Main Street. Let me see now. No, they went from McLeod Street to the corner of Gladstone and Bay.
Okay.
And that's where Kenny was born, and that's where Phyllis was born.
Who was born?
Kenneth, Charlotte's, my sister Charlotte, her first child.
Oh, okay.
They were both born in there, on the corner of Bay and Gladstone Avenue.
So Grandma and Grandpa lived there, and Charlotte came over to have the baby?
Yeah.
Oh.
They lived in there with them.
Oh, they lived.
It was a big house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a big house, and they lived in there. And they lived there we lived there for quite a while. I can remember the night that I don't know whether it was Kenny was born or whether it was Phyllis was born there, and Percy and I were sent to our room to behave and go to bed.
How old were you and Dad then?
Well, I think we were about 8 or 7.
Okay.
We're young.
Right.
And I think I was about, I guess it was about 7 years old.
Well, this is when your sister Phyllis you're talking about now.
My sister Phyllis was born, yeah.
Yes, okay.
And Charlotte, my oldest sister, her son was born there. They're the same age, Kenny and Phyllis.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
same age. And we heard all this noise, Percy and I, and Percy said, I wonder what's happening. So we scrambled out of bed. He was in a room and I was in another room. And I can remember that. And we'd hear a whole lot of people coming up the stairs or going out the front door, dashed back into our bedroom again. And finally, anyway, we were caught because we heard there was too much of excitement down there. We wanted to go, so we went down, tried to get down near the stairs.
A little further?
Yeah. And somebody was wanting to get him upstairs, and they caught us. Anyway, I think we had a couple of hands on our bottom many times up those stairs, you see.
Oh, yeah.
And from then on, we dared go out. Percy was sent into his room, and I was sent into mine. And I don't know who I shared my room with, but I know it wasn't by myself. But I know that was a crazy night. Well, then, we woke up and heard the baby crying. Well, then, we did not know. Percy ran into my room. Do you hear that? Where did it come from? Whose baby is it anyway? I don't know. And they were wondering. Couldn't wait till breakfast time to go down and find out who this baby belonged to. Well, then, the next couple of days, there was the same thing happened. You see, I think Phyllis was a little younger or older. I can't remember now. But that's the story.